Hi, everybody. This is Spiritual Teacher for You, and my name is Cassie, and I am going to be channeling the goddess Isis. And if you don't know who that is one of the most revered Egyptian deities. She represents divine feminine. She's very nurturing. Basically the empress of the Egyptian world, right? Osiris was her husband. There's a whole story, but the story isn't what is important, and if it is, that will come up. So I'm actually going to be channeling Isis to bring forward messages because my throat chakra has been severely on fire all day long. And my heart chakra has been very just like, and I've been trying so hard to clean my house and I keep getting distracted. And it's like, I can't finish what I'm doing until I get this message out. So we are going to channel Isis. And when I say channel Isis, actually, we're not ready for that yet. There's a few things I want to talk about first. So what's being called to me now? God, it's like I'm not in control, you guys. Is a flame. A flame seems very important right now. A candle. So maybe you need to light a candle in your sacred space, or when you're taking a bath, or somewhere where you're feeling like you want to do some healing or energy work. Light a candle. It really represents illumination and almost like a welcoming energy for the divine to be able to give you messages. Okay, you guys? Wow. This is interesting. So whenever I'm taking a shower, I pull my hair to the side because it's long now. And to do the conditioner, I don't condition the top, I just condition the bottom. So I put the conditioner in and then I twist it and then I wrap it over like this and tuck it behind my ears. And then I wash everything else while it's sitting in my hair. And so we have a little mirror in our shower. And so I'll see myself and I'm like, that's really not a bad looking hairdo. So I've been wanting to try it, just with dry hair. And finally it like really called to me to do today. And so I was like, oh, you look kind of, babushka looking, or like, from Russia, or just like, I don't know. I am getting made in here. So that's interesting. But and also to me, it felt very feminine, but like old school feminine, back in the day feminine kind of thing. Like, I don't know. That's interesting energy now. The two braids, oh my gosh, there's more to it. Wow. First of all, I'm getting snake symbolism. Like this kind of reminds me of the snake. But I'm also getting, now I'm getting the Ouroboros, which is the snake eating itself, which is like a cycle repeating to be able to learn. And just that crisscrossing motion, I feel like this is like parallel timelines here. Y'all, this is getting so interesting. Parallel timelines here of you and your person. Like, it feels like y'all are really in this journey of healing, and you're going through both of you are going through a transformation. I will say one strand is thicker than the other, so it feels like one of you are doing, you're really doing some healing work, or that can feel like there's a lot to really like heal and bring up, and heal and bring up, and heal and bring up. And one of you doesn't have as much baggage because you've done the healing. And it's interesting because the thick side was the feminine braid and the thinner side was the masculine. So it feels like that is interesting. Usually it's the opposite. So the masculine's really doing a lot of healing right now. And the feminine seems to have, I just keep hearing the word deeper, like they're going much deeper in their healing. Okay, so there's something about how deep the feminine is going in their healing versus the masculine. But it also feels like the masculine has released a lot. So the braid was a little bit thinner. Guys, I had no idea this is where this is going. And I put on these, I knew I wanted to have dangly earrings. I felt the energy of like dangly feminine earrings, right? So I put on these beautiful wood earrings and I was like, oh, that looks so good. And then I was like, okay, what necklace? And so I went, I feel the energy of what necklace. And this one, I put on several and they didn't feel right. And it's like my throat kept like biting at me. It feels like something's in there like poking it. And it's like it's trying to get my attention. And so I was like, okay, throat is blue, so maybe I need to wear blue around my neck. And so I saw this one, and this is blue and gold, and it reminds me of the Egyptian deity Isis. And so her colors are blue and gold there. And so I just saw 5:44 on the clock. But as soon as I laid this over and it went over my heart chakra, I was like, oh my God, that's definitely what I need to be wearing right now. And you guys, I'm just looking at this thing right here. I mean, there's just symbolism all around. Black cats. You may be seeing gold, blue. Yeah, it's crazy. The Eye of Horus, the Eye of Ra. Just Egyptian symbolism. If you've been seeing that around, then this message is definitely for you. If you're feeling like you're wanting to bring out your femininity a little bit more, that is Isis. If you're feeling like you want to do some deep shadow work and deep subconscious work and like I'm getting mother and inner child here, like a mother wound. Okay, so there's something there. And so, gosh, guys, it's just coming so fast. I'm sorry if like it's too much, but and then once I had this necklace on, I was like, well, the earrings are all wrong now. I had the wood earrings in, and I was like, oh, but I really want those, and I really fought. I was like, I'm just gonna be mismatched. And then I couldn't stand it. It like drove me insane. I was like, okay, you got to find the right earrings then. So I picked up a set of the blue earrings that matched this. I was like, that's got to be what I'm wearing. I don't like them that much. The necklace I like, but the earrings I don't. So, and so I tried to pick them up off my little thing, and my fingers just could not grasp them. I'm like, it seems like they would come easier. So I put them on, and I looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, nope, that's not right. So I put them back, and I did another pair of earrings, and then the next pair I picked them up, and I was like, this has got to be it, right? And so one pair dropped on the ground, and I was like, well, that doesn't seem right. But I put it on, and it didn't look right. So I go to pick up the other earring, and on the floor was one of my owl earrings that happened to be that blue color, and it's a heart. So I knew, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, that's definitely the earrings I'm wearing. And so I put them in. I was like, yep, that's it. So it was really hard to figure out the energy of and it was like trial and error. And so I feel like maybe you might be going through this trial and error process right now in your life, where you're trying things out to see if you like it, and then you're like, no, I'm going to put up a boundary there, or nah, that just doesn't belong in my life anymore. So there's this transition period I'm feeling of where you're figuring out what you like nowadays. Like, it's really changing. And so, yeah, that was a big message while I was getting ready. And so, let's see here. So, yeah, Isis is about magic. And, I'm learning about her as well. And so I just want to put out the information that feels like it resonates right now with the message. My heart chakra is lighting up, you guys. I'm getting a little bit emotional. So someone here is dealing with some intense feelings. I can't tell if it's emotional, but it's not necessarily sad. You're just going through an emotional time right now. And I know Isis is here to guide you through this time. Because the feelings I feel you're feeling are like almost like like you feel bad for ever letting yourself get to the point that you let yourself get to. Please don't feel bad. You had to go through that. Okay, that's besides the point. Yeah, but it's almost like you're recognizing your femininity now. And you're like, oh my God, where have you been? Or like, what, why haven't I brought you forward before now? There's this recognition of your divine feminine. And it's like, welcome home. I'm so sorry that I locked the door and closed the blinds. I didn't mean to kick you out. So there's something here about you having to show up more in your masculine. For some reason, maybe you felt unsafe to show your femininity, or your feminine self shrunk for someone. And you felt like your masculine had to come forward, where you had to make decisions, or you had to like pull a lot of the weight. I'm feeling a relationship here. So some of you might have been in a relationship where you even though you may be a female, but you felt like you had to be more masculine in this relationship. Or it could be vice versa. It could be a male who felt like they had to be the female, or, whichever way that goes for you, it fits. That's the energy is there of not being able to have a balance in your divine feminine and masculine inside yourself because of a relationship that you are or were in. Let me know, and if that's the case, my heart really goes out to you, because that's a tough place to be in. I feel like some of you probably convinced yourselves that, this is the lesson you have to learn, that you need to be more, you need to put yourself out there more. You need to take on more responsibility. This is the role. But then it becomes burdensome and it doesn't feel balanced. And then and you're just wishing that you could just be in your femininity, and not feeling appreciated for your femininity. And so things start to like be clearer about your current situation. God, the energy there is really blocky all of a sudden. Okay. Yeah, this is a time of healing. Definitely. And with your healing, your divine masculine is triggered to heal as well, because your energies are so connected that when you heal, they get motivated to also heal, to do the work. They don't understand what's happening, and you may not understand what's happening, but you healing triggers their healing, because if you are on a journey to be with your divine counterpart in this lifetime, the fact that you decided to heal, usually, I don't want to say always, but from what I feel, the energy of the messages that I feel is that your divine masculine will also heal. But it's almost like it takes you doing it, and then it triggers him to do it. So there's almost this waiting period where you're kind of still solidifying the new energies in your healing and letting that sink in to you fully, letting that like really cement inside. And then while you stand in your power and your masculine sees you doing that, then they are like, holy moly, this, I gotta change, or I'll never be able to be with her or him or whatever, whichever. So yeah, you are an influencer. You are a motivator. I see you as someone who puts themselves out there, scared to death to do it, but still doing it. You may be someone who truly wants the world to be better. Oh yeah, I'm getting emotional. You're someone who has a very open heart center, open heart space. You put your heart forward a lot, and it's not because you're naive, or it's not because you don't know any better. It's because you do know better. It's because you have learned that shrinking yourself and putting up blocks only causes anxiety and fear and self-doubt and insecurity. But healing and fully feeling that self-love bucket that you have with your own love, then you start to be like, oh, I can love people without it affecting me, without it hurting me. I can love them because their path is separate from my path. I can love them, and I'm getting Jesus energy right now, and Mary Magdalene. They loved the people that were drawn to them were were people that needed healing. And instead of being like, ew, no, nah, don't touch me, they're more like, oh my God, I have love that I can give you without giving all of me to you. They knew how to give love without their worries and troubles affecting them, or at least that's what it feels like. I just had the question in my mind. I wonder what Jesus and Mary Magdalene had to do to, what's the word? Like keep themselves high vibing, Or once you're at the point that they're at, you don't need, like, you're up there. Like those people couldn't even touch them anyways. Yeah, that's some interesting energy. So you may be feeling a pull to nature. The goddess Isis is definitely about healing through nature. I almost feel like this connection, or like a partnership that Isis has with Mother Gaia, with the earth, almost in a healing way. Like, hey, you're a healing person. You're a healing entity on this planet. Let's work together, I'm just hearing call on me, call on her. She is definitely one for protection, so you're not alone and you're divinely shielded. Those wings that she has, they guide and guard you. I meant to say guard, but guide came out, so they guide you as well. Maybe you're noticing arrows or feathers or arrows pointing in a direction. This could be a sign that you're going in the right direction, so keep going in that direction. Yeah, directions are coming a lot. This is also just awakening, period. When Isis comes forward, this is awakening. This is realizing that there's an imbalance and you want to be balanced, because that's where peace lives, is in balance. When things start to get imbalanced, that's when chaos happens, or I don't want to say unpredictability, but like things happen to get back into balance. And I definitely feel that Earth right now is getting back into balance, which looks like chaos. That's where chaos comes from. It looks like chaos, but that is the shakeup that is happening in order to come back into this balance, okay? So some symbols you might be seeing is a throne symbol, because her name in hieroglyphics means throne. How cool is that? So you might be seeing like chairs that really stand out to you, or maybe you've seen a throne or just a picture. I don't know. A throne is coming. There seems to be like something and a crown. Oh, that's the other reason I felt drawn to do this. It's almost like a crown. Very cool. You might be seeing birds because of the wings that she carries. Scarab beetle, beetles maybe you might be seeing. The moon, cobra or serpent, and then the lotus flower are symbols of the goddess Isis. So what I'd like us to do now is you could be seeing white feathers as well. Hawks or kites. I saw on a ceiling the other day, I think it was my ceiling, I noticed that the lights reflected on the ceiling made the shape of a kite. And I was like, oh, it looks like a kite. Isis has been trying to get my attention for a little while now. So I'm here. Messages can come. Okay. You may hear her name. You could be really drawn to like herbs or like mushrooms or just natural remedies of things. Water and moonlight could be calling to you. So there's something ancient. There's some ancient knowledge I feel here that Isis is wanting to bring forward, and I'm wondering. I'm trying to figure out if this is a message that she wants me to pull forward. My heart chakra lit up just then, so I'm gonna say that is a yes. But I'm also feeling encouraged to. I'm feeling encouraged to encourage you to also call on Isis for sacred and ancient wisdom that she has personal to you, okay? All right, so let's do this now. I'm tapping in and I'm calling on the goddess Isis to give us any messages or clarity or insight that we need at this time as a collective. I feel, whoa, that is, the energy is like womp, womp, womp. And I feel that I'm at I feel like I'm at a gold disc. And my hands here, like, this is a statue. Yes, I'm seeing oh, the Sphinx. The Sphinx is coming forward now, okay? And it's with it's black and gold, with the headdress of the black and gold. So, okay. Okay, now I'm getting lion imagery. Like, I saw someone get on the Sphinx and then it rose up and started walking away. I definitely feel like this is protection. This is your guardian. Like, you are so divinely guided right now. Isis is protecting you, and she wants you to know that. She wants you to know that you have the biggest support and spirit to help you move forward on this path. The person I saw get up on the Sphinx was someone in a white gown. And that gown is almost like sparkling. It's so white compared to the gold of the Sphinx. It's almost like a neon white. It feels very angelic and divine to me. So again, there's that's just that protection. So she's definitely here with a message of protection. And I'm seeing my ring light. My ring light doesn't always jump out to me, but when it means something, it's and that ring. So circles, you might be seeing circles. I'm also noticing the circles on my cat tower over there. So yeah, there's something about circles here. But it reminds me too of a halo, and of course this, yeah. So no wonder I had the energy to braid like that. There's something about a halo. I can see your halo, halo. I did, yeah. It's like that Beyonce song coming back, and there's a crown. It's like crown, halo. Oh my gosh, you guys, you are leveling up. Holy moly, that's what she wants you to know. You're leveling up, but in a spiritual sense. You are leveling up in a very spiritual sense. Oh, man. And now I'm noticing my sun and moon here. So there's that balance again. So, of course, the balance. You may have blue eyes or light colored eyes, or your divine counterpart does. Blue's definitely coming in. And, man, when you see their eyes, you're just going to melt. And I feel like they feel the same way about yours. Like when they look into your eyes, they're just like, oh God, I could look at her eyes all day, or his eyes all day. Like, and there's something about a light color here. The sacral chakra is coming through at this time with the orange. I'm noticing orange. I lit an orange candle. So the sacral chakra is where your creativity lies and the flow, like the creative flow in every area of life, your job, in relationships, if you have kids, like how you interact with them, how you interact with people, period, how you interact with the world is really based in your sacral, like how creatively you interact with the world. I'm also getting the root chakra here. That also determines how you interact with the world. If you have a blocked root chakra, you're gonna move in fear and insecurity and doubt, questioning everything, putting walls up, not hermiting, not wanting to socialize or have anybody in your space. It's just a lot of afraidness, scaredy catness. I mean, like, no, I'm afraid of the world. No, like, oh God, if I do that, it's gonna really, like, I might get hurt, It's really fearful energy I'm getting from you. So that is being healed at this time. And so I really feel the lower chakras, you guys need to have a sort of balancing out here. Mainly root and sacral at this time. So focus on those. You can check out my guided meditation series for to help clear and balance those out if you want. That'll be in the link below. Okay, what else? Isis. Okay. Copper. Copper is definitely standing out this time. I've gotten, and I don't know that it's, what does copper symbolize? Copper is a conductor. And it's an amplifier. So I'm getting that if you have copper, you can use that to amplify your energy where it wants to go, and you can use it to amplify a crystal's energy. So I am doing something didn't know I was going to do, but I'm combining these two decks. This is my Egyptian Star Oracle deck, which I think is very appropriate at this time, especially with Isis. And then this is my Shaman Oracle deck, Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. For some reason, they are wanting to merge. I have never done this before, and I think it's cool that it's happening now, you guys. Oh, what does that remind you of with that gold and the white in between? It's like the head, the headdress, or like here. Y'all get what I'm saying? It's like that. Exactly. Wow. That was really cool. That was really cool, Isis. Wow. I'm impressed. I am easily impressed, though, you guys. Like, easily impressed. It doesn't take much. You can ask my family or anybody that knows me. Okay. Wow, this is so cool. I just love this so much. Okay, so let's see. I'm still channeling Isis. I still feel her presence, so I know that she's the one that inspired me to do that. Okay, now I'm getting to look at the thickness. The thickness, okay. Interesting. Okay, so there's been times in your life. Wow. Okay, so as I'm looking at this, it's going to be really hard to show on camera. You can see how it was really thick over here. This feels like your past. And then things have thinned out. Like these are layers that you shed, so it keeps getting thinner and thinner and thinner. And so it feels like, yeah, it's just a confirmation that you're on this healing journey, and you're at a pretty high level in your journey. Like, seriously. Woo! Okay, so let's go. What messages want to come forward at this time? All right, so we've got Remen Hare Sa, which is the upper arm of Sa, the upper arm. Interesting. Purification. The number 32 could be significant. Maybe you're 32 years old. 32 weeks just came to mind. Also, that 3 and 2 is 5, which is change and adventure. I just saw when I was shuffling the magic card from the Shaman Mystical deck, and Isis is definitely magical. Okay, so I'm getting to look up the purification card because there's information they want me to read. Oh, goodness. I opened it up on the 22nd, so the number 22 is also here. All right. The purifying waters of the Nile can be a metaphor for many events in your life. Purification can be as simple as confessing wrongdoing to someone you've hurt, or as complex as a Jewish mikvah, which is a ritual bath. So purification is up to you, how you want to handle purifying yourself. For someone, I just heard, oh gosh, what's it called? A cleanse? like a detox. Maybe fasting. Oh yeah, fasting or doing a cleanse. Cleanse keeps coming, like from on the inside, doing a cleanse. And that, I would look up natural ways to do that. I wouldn't buy anything off the market that is not natural. Like I would find the foods that will cleanse your body. I'm getting fruit a lot. I'm seeing fruit, all kinds of fruit, blueberries, bananas, apples, pear, grapes. Interesting. No, take grapes off. I don't know. And now I'm seeing like a cornucopia. So yes, I'm feeling like fruit and vegetables and things from the earth are going to be very cleansing for you. I'm also getting raw vegetables, like eating broccoli raw or cauliflower raw. For some of you, if you have certain diet restrictions or you don't feel drawn to some of these things that I'm naming, do not do that. Your body's going to let you know what you want because you're going to want it. Your body wants it, right? I've been craving eggs and bacon like crazy. So I've been eating eggs and bacon, and I've been craving fruit. So I've been eating lots of fruit. But if I crave sugar, or if I am full and I'm still craving food, I'm sitting down, I'm going, what's going on that's making you feel like you need that dopamine hit, And really sitting back and asking myself that, it's almost like the craving vanishes. But, 30 minutes later, I might have it again, and I just have to be like, are you actually hungry, or is what's going on? Like, talk to yourself. Like, what's going on? Why are you craving something when you've had dinner already? Okay. Whatever form of purification is indicated, it will most likely include some form of unpleasantness. While a calming water baptism is preferred over purification by fire, often the process of shedding guilt and overcoming faults is a painful experience, but one that proves beneficial in the long run. And I think by painful, they mean getting used to the newness of purifying. Purifying in itself is definitely kind of uncomfortable. This could involve using the bathroom or purging. This could involve, I don't know how your body's going to react to this purification. I'm getting that movie. What is it called? I don't know what it's called, but they go to a camp to get purified. And so I can't remember what happens. I think they take a drink or something, and then they throw up. And when they throw up, some creature is formed from their process. And so, they have to decide the camp wants you to destroy it because that is everything that came out of you. But some of the members of the camp couldn't do it because it's so cute looking. It's an odd movie for sure. I can't remember the name of it. And then I was also getting a Santa Clarita Diet. I don't know if you've seen that, but Drew Barrymore is the main woman and Timothy Oliphant is the main guy. And Drew Barrymore is a realtor. They're both realtors. And so she was showing a house and she didn't feel good all of a sudden. And so she goes up into the bathroom and just throws up everywhere. And then I don't want to give too much away because you should watch it. It's a pretty good show. Let me know if you watched it and if you liked it or not. And let me know if you know what movie I'm talking about with the little creature. So yeah, and I'm also getting like an ayahuasca ceremony or ritual or peyote. I know that sometimes people will need to purge or they have to purge. Like if you go to an ayahuasca retreat and it's 3 days of you taking ayahuasca, there's going to be at some point, you're probably going to throw up at some point, like there's a purification process. So if any of those things resonate with you, then these messages are probably for you. If that does not appeal to you, then that's not for you. Okay. Yes. I got to read this just because it's so interesting. So this is the history of this card. And remember, it means the upper arm of Sab. Okay. Rimmon Harissa is one of Sa's arms that was cut off by Re and flung into the night sky, becoming its own god. This might seem very strange until you consider that Set, in the form of a red ox, was chopped into pieces by Horus as revenge for the murder of Osiris. The foreleg of the ox was thrown into the sky and became the constellation the Little Dipper. A powerful god in its own right, but the Little Dipper is called Mesketu. As with the Catholic saints who leave behind fingers and toes as holy relics, the individual body parts of these primordial gods still retain their divine power. Wow. And that kind of reminds me of the message that, when you take a cup and dip it into the ocean, do you not have a bit of the ocean in the cup? So that water that you have in the cup is just as powerful as the ocean, is just as valuable and worthy as the ocean, but it's separated from the ocean. It's still ocean though, right? That's probably the best example I feel from that. Oh, I'm getting, my crown is really, okay, what's going on? So the message was there of, in other words, we are all from source. We are all energy. What is source? Okay. What is source? You guys. Okay, I might have to meditate on that one. But the question here that I'm feeling very strongly is, what is source? I heard it's you. It's you. We are source. Y'all, this is a very high level reading, like high level. So if it's not resonating with you, it's just not meant for you at this time, but it is a timeless reading. So when you're meant for these messages to fully understand them, you will come back to this reading at some time. Okay. But if you're not resonating with it, or it's not making sense, or it's sounding loony to you, then you're just not ready for it at this time. And that's okay. We got Luminous Warrior. Look at those eyes. Oh my God, the number 32 again? You guys, we both got 32s. Whoa. Okay, I have to look up what the number 32 means. Because I know myself that 3 is about communication and creativity. And 2 is about union and balance. And we talked about all those things. So those numbers are just confirmation of the energy that I've been feeling this whole time. But let's look. I still had the urge to look it up. 32 meaning. The fulfillment of God's promises. Growth, transformation, spiritual renewal, deeper connection with your faith, and a greater sense of purpose. So you're fulfilling your purpose. You are definitely fulfilling your purpose. This luminous warrior, and I don't know if you see the moon on there, but that's another Isis symbolism. I'm getting third eye and root. I'm getting crown and throat here with that blue. Definitely third eye. Luminous warrior. Moon energy is here. Some of you, a lot of you have been warriors. Like in this lifetime, you are warriors. Look up the song Warrior, and whichever one calls to you, listen to it. I just got that message. Just type in Warrior on YouTube or Spotify or Pandora, and just whatever comes up is meant for you. Luminous Warrior. Okay, I'm going to look in the book for this. All right, Luminous Warrior, number 32. Oh, past it. Okay. All right, the Luminous Warrior has no enemies in this world or the next. He is impeccable in word and deed. And when I say he, it means it. It's no gender, okay? He is impeccable in word and deed. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't talking about masculine. He focuses on his light rather than on what hides in the dark. Since he casts no shadow, he is as radiant as the sun and can transform his most terrible enemy into his ally. Make friends with your enemy, right? Oh, that reminds me of like, if there's someone in your life right now that you find very annoying or like y'all don't get along, I'm sensing that is not going to last. So for some of you, oh my gosh, this is so cool. For some of you, or this could be one of you, your divine counterpart, you're going to be really annoyed by them at first. Yes, you're going to be really annoyed by them at first until like there's something that I'm feeling where it changes. And then all of a sudden it becomes like y'all see each other in a different light. Luminous Warrior. Yeah. The sacrifice. We'll get to that in a second. Let me make sure I've read everything that needs to be read. Speaking the truth is important here. Focus on your power, wisdom, and beauty. Do not be seduced by what seems wrong with you or the world. Remember, intention follows attention. Intention follows attention. So focus on positive traits. Feed your light with more light. This is a call to feel empowered. Okay. The sacrifice. That's the number 44. That is another number that's been coming forward for me. Oh, look at the wings. Does she not remind you of Isis? The wings here. What is she carrying there? Oh, it's a butterfly. Yeah, you're not even a butterfly that's drying its wings at this time. Your wings are dried. You are ready to start flapping them beautiful things to get you going. But what this sacrifice lets me know that there is something that you're going to have to give up or move away from, because it just does not match with your energy anymore. It doesn't match with where you're going. And I feel you waiting on them on it. Because for some of you, it's an it. Some of you, it's a person. I feel you waiting on this thing that you're waiting on to come up to your level. And you got to be real careful of not letting yourself get down to their level. So it feels like you're sitting in some uncomfortable energy just because you're waiting. But this waiting period is very important, I'm hearing. It's very important for you to take the time to really solidify those lessons and the information that you're getting, and just making sure you are staying high vibing no matter what situation that you encounter. Okay. What else wants to come forward at this time? All right, we've got Sawya Ked, 29, possessiveness or sharing. So it feels like some of you are coming out of a cycle of, I'm almost getting like Four of Pentacles here, like you got something and you don't want it to leave, and you're very comfortable with where you're at, and so you almost feel it. I'm getting like this stingy, greedy energy, and it's not that you would be considered a stingy or greedy person. I just feel this protectiveness around your heart and your possessions. Like, no, I feel valuable when I have things surrounding me that I love. I can't let them go. And some of you like really don't want to share your things. Like, you don't want to let people borrow the thing. Even if you've had it for years and have never used it, I just feel this like energy in you where you don't want to let people use it or give it to anyone. Like, keeping it makes you feel better for some reason. So Spirit or Isis is wanting you to look at that. Like there's things that you need to purge, purify, you need to get rid of. It holds old energy and it's not helping you anymore. So take this time to share. And when you get in that energy of sharing versus feeling possessive, then it opens up your heart space even more. And then you move forward feeling generous, and like you feel it's an empowerment to feel like you can help others. But when you're in a possessive state, it feels like you don't know how to help others because you're not willing to give anything up to do it, including your time, your energy. So that feels like it's transitioning. Some of you were pretty thick in that. Some of you, that was not a big deal for you to come out of that energy. Okay, so this feels like it's coming to a close. Oh my God, I had no idea 45 minutes had gone by, you guys. If you're still here, holy moly, thank you so much. My goodness. But that also means that you're probably resonating with what I'm saying, and this is hitting home with you. And so that means that these messages are probably for you, okay? Ooh, we've got the Jaguar. Jaguar. I almost said Jaguar. The number 28. And then we have the number 1. New beginnings and jubilation. Tepya Kenmet, predecessor of the cow. Oh, and this was Children of the Potter. Children of the Potter. I know you can't really see it. Okay, so Jaguar energy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's that moon again. And Isis, that is definitely Isis energy right there. Was she's not somebody who transformed, was she? But I feel like she can show up like almost like a shapeshifter or Anna. You remember that series Animorphs? Some of you must have been a big fan of Animorphs. I wonder if there was one that, oh, I gotta look that up. Was there a Jaguar Animorphs? I don't know if you remember the series I'm talking about. Oh, there was a leopard. Dang it. A jaguar. Huh. I thought there was a jaguar. I swear I remember that. Maybe not. Okay. But anyways, the series Animorphs is where kids would like morph into an animal. I can't remember any of them, to be honest. Like the story, I just remember the covers were always really cool looking. So Jaguar is here. There, that black is really calling me. This feels like the dark feminine. Not the dark feminine, but a feminine looking into... This is like deep feminine. What is this? It's very deep. It's like subconscious. Oh, these are subconscious. This is a subconscious energy I'm feeling, yes. I'm feeling sensations in my back too. You may feel like something is poking you sometimes. What is that, Spirit? It's trying to get your attention, to pay attention. But yeah, there's something in your subconscious that is a block for you, but you don't know it because it's in your subconscious. So that is where the chakras being cleared and balanced will help out, but also meditating. And I'm hearing like before you go to sleep, kind of talking to spirit saying, hey, if there's any subconscious trauma that I need to deal with, will you please allow that to come up if you're ready for that? Because you got to be ready for that. It might be emotional, but this healing needs to be done because this is, I mean, you're starting a new life here, a new beginning. And I feel like that subconscious block is still kind of lingering there, almost preventing you from fully leveling up. Wow. You guys, that was a very intense reading. Thank you for being here with me. I truly hope it resonated with you. Let me know if it did. And if you did enjoy this, like the video. And if you feel like you resonate and feel attached or connected to me in any way, subscribe. And I put out weekly readings, like probably 2 to 3 readings a week. and other things, guided meditations, channeled art. Just check it out. And if you want to see what I've got going on, you can go to my link tree, which it's Linktree with Spiritual Teacher for You. So, all right, everybody. Thank you again. Much love and light to you. And yeah, call on Isis. See what she's got to say to you, okay? Bye.